All children need the hope and healing of children's hospitals, whether they suffer from common childhood afflictions like asthma and broken bones, or fight bigger challenges like accidental trauma, birth defects, or cancer. Children's hospitals provide comfort, treatment, and hope to millions of sick kids each year. Children's Miracle Network hospitals are dedicated to saving and improving the lives of children by raising money for children's hospitals. Funds donated to Children's Miracle Network hospitals make miracles happen. They unlock medical mysteries, heal wounds of every kind, and transform children's lives. 6-year-old Lily was born with a liver disease called biliary atresia. This condition is the most common reason for liver transplants in children. Lily and her family needed a miracle. Her body would eventually shut down without a liver that worked properly. But they got the miracle, and her transplant was a success. Lily is proof of what your donation can do.
We have an older son who was perfectly healthy, and we were expecting nothing different with Lily. And basically, she was kind of jaundiced a little too long.
Something that usually clears up after a couple weeks, and it didn't. So I called her pediatrician, and we had some lab work done, and within hours, we were told that we needed to be seen at Children's Hospital Boston.
And they told us right away, you know, this is something pretty serious, and clearly by the actions that were taken so quickly, it was obvious to us that it was something really serious.
For whatever reason, unknown, her liver could not drain bile because the bile ducts become scarred. And they told us at that point, despite doing major abdominal surgery, that she would probably need a transplant before she was 2. Her first year of life, there was a lot of ups and downs. She was in and out of the hospital with infections, and it became pretty clear towards the end of her first year that her liver was failing. Any parent can imagine, you know, you go through this emotion of, this range of emotions of just devastation, you're overwhelmed, you just don't know what to think.
Once we went on the transplant waiting list, it was literally, we had a beeper, and we were on call 24/7. Every time the phone rang, you know, you kind of looked at the phone and wondered who it was, especially if it was a area code from Boston.
I distinctly remember the first doctor we ever met at Children's Hospital, Dr. Jonas, said to us, "Your baby's going to be okay." And from right there and that moment on, I knew we were in good hands.
I was on my way to work, and Laura, who's the transplant coordinator at Children's Hospital in Boston, called and she said, "Mr. Savoy, this is Laura. How does today sound like a good day to get a liver for you?" And it was like, you know, from there we just kind of, I hung up with her, I called Lori, I said, we got to get Parker to my parents' house, and we got to go pick Lily up, we're going to Boston. And we made it to Boston in, I think, record time.
I just got my flu shot, so I don't have to get that till a long time.
She's clearly outgoing. She's really, really funny. Has a spunky personality. Sometimes maybe she acts like 6 going on 16. We are a family directly affected by this. We raise money directly for the Pediatric Transplant Center, and that's our way of giving back. And our friends and family are more than willing because they know Lily, and she's a walking example of what they've done for us. I think when you start putting names up there and faces and experiences, I think that's one of the best things you can do. You know, just someone local like Lily, you throw her up on a poster and say, this is a real kid. It's a real child that's been through a lot, and supporting the hospital that saved her is important and needed and essential.
Children's Miracle Network Hospitals funds help purchase the equipment needed to perform serious surgical procedures, like heart monitors, ambulances, and child life rooms. Many other life-saving parts of a children's hospital are funded by donations from generous people just like you. Lily is doing great. She's got a sweet personality that radiates her love for life. Her family is grateful for the donor who gave Lily another chance at life. They're also grateful for Boston Children's Hospital for providing excellent life-saving care. I want to add my thanks to the many of you who have contributed, because when a child needs a miracle, they need a Children's Miracle Network hospital.